show with the orange unicorn? I've searched everywhere, and there's no mention of it.
It's just some forgotten show from the 90s.
Yeah, but there's nothing.
Hi everyone, my name is Jacob from Extreme Cinema Reviews, and today's guest took 90s children television, gently cradled it, and then threw it straight into the wood chipper, after breaking the internet with Too Many Cooks and reinventing holiday terror with Adult Swim Yule Log. He's back with a feature film that turns a friendly television mascot into a relentless and manipulative killing machine called Buddy. So please welcome the incredible and surreal horror master, Casper Kelly. Casper Kelly, thank you so much for joining me today, and I cannot wait to deep dive into Buddy.
Thank you, Jacob. It's so great to be here.
Casper, anyone who grew up around 1999 knows the exact mix of comfort and subtle existential dread that came from watching public access kid TV on a CRT screen. How much of Buddy was born out of real childhood memories versus going back to Barney, Pee-wee's Playhouse, Zoobly Zoo Sape to capture that exact uncanny textures?
It was a blend of, so I'm a Gen X kid. So it was a blend of the shows I would have watched as a kid with the shows that my children watched. And they would have watched Barney and Pee-wee's Playhouse and Dora the Explorer and Thomas the Tank Engine and so forth. So it was fun to start throwing all those into the mix. And the wood chipper, as your intro so eloquently said.
I would love to know more about the inspirations that led you to make Buddy. I'm pretty sure you don't get that often, but it gives me major "don't hug me, I'm scared" vibes. Was that a reference in your creative process, or was it something else?
Not really. I was aware of it, and I do like it, but I think it started with the producers of Boulder Light, who did Weapons and Friendship, approached me wanting to do a horror movie around Barney, a Barney type character. And at first I wasn't so sure because I felt like we've seen things like that in terms of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, or Five Nights at Freddy, or Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and so forth. But then I started thinking about the idea of, when I was a kid, I thought the people lived in the television, and the idea of living in a television show where that's the only world you know, and then to leave that world and not have the tools to really how to navigate it, that started getting me interested. And then also the nature of children's shows that try to be a little moralizing and the kids are very well behaved versus, like a movie like The Bad News Bears, where the kids are a little more rambunctious. And just thinking about how we represent children and what our agenda is with various media for children, and various ideas of manipulation and authority kind of start to come from that, propaganda.
Yeah.
Is it that different than, Russian propaganda in a way? I mean, it has better aims. I don't mean to be too hard on these shows. I don't hate them, but it's something to think about and interrogate.
So talking about the kids, Buddy the Unicorn is so iconic, but playing a passive-aggressive mascot who snaps when kids stop following the script requires a very specific frequency. So how did you and Keegan-Michael Key dial in that voice so it balanced wholesome 90s host warmth with raw homicidal irritation?
It's a great question. I think in terms of writing it, or I guess Keegan-Michael Key is very nice and upbeat, as you would imagine. And in a way, I am too. So, and nice people, especially if they have trouble being firm or contrary, can become passive aggressive, you know? So I guess that's something we could maybe channel in ourselves a little bit. I hate to even admit that. But also I was sort of inspired a little bit. I did think about this because a lot of horror, forgive this aside, but a lot of horror movies, the horror is not knowing the villain, like in Smile or Michael Myers, or you know, it's most slashers you don't really know that much about the character, and even like Nightmare on Elm Street, you might know his backstory, but you don't really know his interior emotions. He's not showing that to you. But on the other hand, The Shining, you do know what's going on with Jack Torrance, and he can be scary and silly and vulnerable and empathetic at different turns, and that can be scary too. You know.
And the creature work, character design, practical effects, and technical craft to give the film an incredible physical reality. What was the most absurd note that you had to give a puppeteer on set to execute a comedic or a horrific tone?
Okay, let me think about that. I don't know if it was the most absurd, but a big one of the most important ones was, I think the day before we shot, they had built Buddy and they put in his eyes and they gave him very small pupils. So there was white all around his eyes and he looked crazy, as people do when they're, and I'm like, no, he can't be crazy. And they're like, well, he's going to be crazy. I'm like, that doesn't matter. He needs to be warm and comforting. He needs to have big pupils that are at the bottom of his eye, you know, like, you know what I'm trying to say? And they're like, well, then it won't be scary. And I'm like, I think it will be scary, because with context and body language and voice and also your imagination. I mean, a mask can be scary, a smiling, you know, or like in Brazil, it's a baby's face smiling. It can be scary. Yeah. You attribute things, so let the audience's imagination fill it out.
If you were trapped inside its body, which recurring lesson or song would break your sanity first?
Oh, well, I mean, it's kind of in there. I'm not a good dancer, and I don't particularly want to be made to dance and sing if I'm not in the mood. And I probably would rather read a book.
And between Too Many Cooks and now Buddy, you've managed to take comfortable pop culture safe spaces and slowly rot them from the inside. What everyday innocent comfort object is next on your hit list?
I think that's a good question. What should I do? I don't know if this is quite it, but I don't know if I could do anything with this idea, but I just got an idea, because I was you're watching a movie and then you realize you're watching a movie on a plane because it keeps interrupting with the pilot announcing something. And I thought it'd be fun where the pilot keeps interrupting the movie and it gets more and more ominous, whatever the pilot's saying. And then suddenly you're on a plane. You know, it's a movie about your POV and you're on a plane. I don't know. That isn't really answering your question, but that was an idea.
But I mean, it's a great answer. I mean, people at Fantasia loved Buddy and they loved how ominous because it went from 0 to 100 really fucking quick. So, what is one tiny background Easter egg or detail in Buddy that you're hoping audience member catch on a first or second watch?
Let me think about that. There's some names in the fake credits that I put some stuff in there, some little clues, and I wouldn't call it an Easter egg because it's in a close up, but I do love that book that Josh is reading, A Wrinkle in Reality. There might be something there.
Shall we expect a 4K home release?
Oh, I would hope so. And we're talking about extras now. I need to ask if it is 4K. I need to ask that. I didn't, but yeah, we're talking about doing some extras for it right now.
There's a huge modern fascination with lost media and ARGs. I feel like Buddy, in a way, taps right into that collective paranoia that a childhood show existed and then vanished. So, sorry, I lost. Oh, okay. What is it about forgotten media that makes it such fertile ground for horror?
That's it. What is an ARG, by the way? Forgive me.
What I wanted to mean by ARG, I found a way to describe it. It's an alternate reality game.
Oh, I have to look that up. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look that up. But that sounds fascinating. Sounds right up my alley. But lost media, I don't know if I have a great answer for what. I guess you're obsessed with it. I remember driving all around town looking for certain things, like a certain single back before Spotify that like a rare imported single. I would drive all over town trying to hunt it down to hear a B-side from a band I love that I could never hear otherwise. So I guess it's something about something you are interested in something, and then its rarity makes you more obsessed with it. And then once you're obsessed with something, like the movie Obsession, then it's got a hold on you, and then it can create all kinds of emotions in you because it has your attention and it's not letting go.
And my final question would be, if you can give me the best and the worst part in the making of Buddy.
The best part was when certain things are scary and you're not sure if they're going to work, like without being too spoilery, the climax of the movie when the antagonist and the protagonist have their final meeting. You're not sure how that's going to work or how it's going to look. Is it going to look weird? Is it going to, and then when that worked, that felt really good. And we only got to do one take of that because, for budget reasons, as you can guess. And then the worst, what was it? The worst might have been, figuring out certain, chase sequences with bicycles and stuff, and, not having a lot of time and being on a set that isn't really meant to ride a bicycle. And then some of the actors don't even really know how to ride a bicycle. So that's always tricky. But luckily everybody came through with flying colors. And I think that's scene came off very well.
Thank you so much, Casper Kelly, for your time, your generosity, and also for Buddy. I had such a blast at Fantasia, and I can't wait to watch it again at home on my projector. And it's such a great film. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jacob. It's been a joy to be here and a joy to talk with you.
Thank you.